Hello? Welcome to Wreckage of your boys.
Oh my god. This is how we're starting.
Why the fuck are you doing this to us?
And he brought out the keyboard thing.
Oh my god, damn, please.
Oh my good gracious God. It's awful.
Already demonetized.
Yeah, religion, censored swearing, actual swearing, hellos.
Oh, right. YouTube will attack channels for censor sound effects.
Well, not really attack. We're not going to be taken down. It's not like we're getting monetization in the first place. We got like 30 subscribers. Anyway, where am I? Where are we?
We're in Calico.
Last we left off, off screen in Yasio decided to try to flaunt big dick energy and made Ebony substantially angry at him because she has the biggest dick energy.
So glad we aren't being monetized.
I know. That is quite out of context. Sorry. Yasio was blaming Ebony for things, I think, and Ebony was like, fuck your shit. She dabbed real good and then left in a huff.
Pretty much.
So glad we're not monetized.
Right.
Well, like, not this specific video.
Right. And just so you guys know, you weren't missing anything on the end of the thing, like, oh my god, where was this? Why were they, like, talking about it and stuff? It's because we were typing it out, and then it ended.
You can
and
pretty
we kept
much
typing.
You can view it in the last episode, like at the end.
No, they can't, actually, I don't think, because we weren't recording.
Well, you can view it right here as I scroll up and down.
There you go.
Scroll up and down rapidly so no one can really see anything unless individual frames.
Yeeting the scroll.
Not even individual frames, it'll just be blurry.
Christ.
Yeet.
Yeet that scroll.
Yeetil details. I probably need to write more stuff on that later. Anyway, what is due now? It is roughly an amount of time since she has left to go back houseplace.
We just open up with Jacob going to Yas and goes like, I'm sorry, you did what now?
Yeah. So Ebony's in her house, just huffing.
Yeah. Pretty much. So what she did is she went home, but because she knew those guys were going to come back, she went ahead and left her stuff at the stronghold nearby, in which they also told her, we let you and your mom build on our land, so technically they can't touch you. So if they come back to the house, they legally cannot do anything. But she's like, well, I'm going to keep the stuff here just in case. So that's a thing. And then she went back to the house. So now she's just around her house, probably beating the crap out of her target things outside and riding around on Cricket.
Okay. So are you in the house right now, or are you riding Cricket?
Probably in the house right now.
Okay.
She's probably eating something.
Yeah. Tarnok's bored of waiting, so he's walking by, and on his way, he flicks Yasuo on the forehead.
Ow.
And this is going to hurt substantially since I'm a monk, so yeah.
Well, sure, roll for it then. If you're intending to actually harm him.
Not harm him, but just make it hurt.
Okay.
Basically making a statement.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
So Tarnok's just gonna walk over here, and then he's about to just bust down the door, but then he remembers people like their doors. So he just knocks on the door and just looks down at it because I'm sure it's shorter than him.
If you're that fucking group of magic haters, go away.
The door grunted.
What are you doing here?
Are you at the door?
No, she's just shouting from the other room. She's not even getting up. She's just like in her chair. You know how like you've seen those videos of like shows and stuff, or you've seen shows where people go over dramatic and just slouch in their chair, just like dangling their limbs, and their head goes back.
Just like that? Okay. I come in. And I open the door and come in.
Okay.
Small Ebony, where are you?
You're crackling, Hunter.
Shit. I'm not small. You.
Yeah, I didn't.
I heard her say not small. Like,
is that better?
Whoa.
A little bit.
A little bit of background noise, but it's fine.
Okay, that's because of my laptop.
All right.
Okay. Methinks I might need an actual new pair of headphones. Fantastic. I've had these for a year and a half. Okay.
Well, let me fix them later.
Yeah.
Let me fix them later. Yeah.
I find you in here, and I just look at a lump of potatoes that look like an orc. What are you doing?
Well, I obviously wasn't needed, nor wanted, so I came home. What else does it look like?
What do you want to do?
Well, I want to find my mother, but I also want to keep people protected, but that obviously wasn't what was shown. So, why even bother? Here I am. I can find my mother on my own, I guess. Just like I was before.
Let's look around the house. Like, does it look like two people live here, or just Ebony?
For the past few years, it's been just Ebony. Ebony lost her mom around the age of 8. And God, what age is she now? She's still young, human-wise, but orc-wise, she's an adult now.
Okay.
She's 14.
So 6 years.
So she's been by herself for 6 years. Pardon my chair to say something.
Yeah. Tarnock looks at her and just says, do you want to find her?
Is that a trick question?
Do I look tricky?
You look like something else, but not tricky.
Do you want to find Mother?
Yes. But how do I know that I'm not going to get yelled at and degraded again?
You are going to. It always happens. And Tarnock just sits down on the chair and then turns to her and just like slouches down looking at her. You will be degraded. You will be hit. You will be made fun of because of your scales. They will run you out. You will be in the forest, eating deer, fighting tigers.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then a drunken dragonborn will find you and teach you to fight. And then you will go and find many things that will happen. But the one thing that will never happen is if you keep moving forward and eat. If you eat, you will have a full belly. If you have a full belly, then you live. People will degrade you. People will do all this. But if you are strong, you will eat the weak, and then they will regret saying that to you. And Tarek says all of this with a straight face, like he thinks this is the most like zen thing he's ever said.
It's like
oh my god!
Tarnock gets a little kung fu master mustache going on now.
So it sounds like you just told me your life story, which is very nice. And really quite cute.
Tarnock thinks about it for a second. Yes, I did.
I thought we were talking about you. It's like, why did you use your backstory? Yes. No, it's like, no, Tarnock is predicting the future. You will meet Dragonborn.
Oh, Tarnock, we love you.
You will not find your drunken Dragonborn if you stay in your house.
If by drunken Dragonborn you mean my mother, then yes, that's true. But I also don't need to be in a group that's going to degrade me and tell me that I'm a murderer.
Yasuo is Yasuo. He did not mean that much.
It sure sounded like it.
Technically, I am murderer. I've killed her. But they still like me. Rough around the horns, you could say. He is.
Yeah, he sure shows it.
But good heart, even though he is not as smart.
Wow, thanks.
She fully turns in her chair to face him. If he says another thing to me, I'm gonna fucking punt him.
You can punch him.
Not punch. Punt. I'm going to kick him across the other side of the ship.
Either one. I used to do it to him all the time. He is durable.
He is absolutely correct.
Eventually, you will grow to like him as he makes fun of you. And then you will make fun of him. That is the thing Master Nock told. Companionship.
That's not companionship as I know it. My horse is my companion. We don't make fun of each other. Then again, it is a horse, but...
Yes.
And I guess I didn't really have anybody else since my mother. And I guess I also don't have the best social skills. But at the same time...
Me neither. Tarnock stands up and just looks around the place again and just starts walking to the door. Camaraderie, companionship, other big words that mean to be in a pack. You will not find more for your pack. You stay in here. And you will not find family. But I will say the trip will be hard. You will have doubts. But in the end, moving forward and eating your full, you will enjoy it. And Tarnock starts walking out and then turns around to Ebony and tries to do the nicest smile that he can. Of course, it looks very goofy and kind of scary because of all the teeth.
You're cute.
Oh my god, I fucking adore Tarnock. He is my
Hey, Tarnock.
Oh, Tarnock stops and turns around.
Is there anything we're gonna need for the climb up the mountain?
Food.
Well, I got that here.
I carry Yasuo and Arn. You can carry other wimps if there are more.
Okay. She follows him out towards the ship.
And
of course, she whistles for Cricket, but you don't.
Tarnock starts stretching and is ready to run to the ship with Ebony on her horse.
Yes.
Okay.
Really quick. So, I don't mean to. I would like to have Jacob speak with Yasuo if that's okay. If that's a possibility.
Oh. That was 15 minutes, so...
That was 15 minutes? Okay.
So
Sorry, we good?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was 15 minutes total.
Yeah, since I hit
Sure.
since I did the countdown.
Okay, so I'll assume Tarnak and Ebony aren't there yet. Okay, you're all still in the boat place where the boat people are, including Rick.
So Jacob has since grabbed a couple of ales and has sat one down in front of Yasio, sits the other one in front of himself, kind of sits down next to him. He's like, "So, what's up?"
Yasio was tuning his lute, and he looks up. Nothing much.
Okay. Jacob just kind of looks over at him and is like, okay, so you're kind of bardic, kind of like Arn is?
Yeah, though I don't... considering she clearly the superior bard, I wasn't really able to use my skills a lot, but, you know.
Yeah, she's she can kind of show off there. Yeah, that's on me, by the way. He gestures to the ale.
Oh, I don't really drink a lot.
Oh. Okay. And
it's just I tend to get a little bit crazy when I drink.
That's fine. Well, what do you like, rather?
Jacob, Yasser just puts the loot down on the counter. What are you trying to do?
Trying to understand exactly what's going on, he says. I mean, honestly, trying to understand why you said what you said.
I said what I said because I thought that she didn't care about anyone but herself.
He just kind of looks over. He just kind of looks back over towards the bar and's like, well, I mean, can you blame her? I mean, he just kind of he sighs a little bit and's like, it's a little bit difficult to think about much in the way of I mean, coming from me anyway. There, it's a little bit difficult to think about much in the way of, well, anything else when you when literally the only thing that you have is under attack, he says. I mean, technically speaking, that shadowy guy, Slim Jim, I guess is his name now, I guess.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Arn said it, but I mean, you know, he showed up at her at her house where everything she loves is, and clearly very sketchy. I mean, nobody covered in that much shadow has much in the way of good intentions. I've yet to meet anyone like that.
Wow.
I mean, I'd probably, and Lord knows, and Sun only knows that, and Sun only knows that I myself had some trouble, like, thinking straight when everything I loved was looking like it was getting taken away.
So, what? Do you want me to apologize? Because I am not doing that.
I mean, he just looks over at him and is like, I mean, being a bard and, you know, learning about the stories of other people and learning about, you know, I guess this big ol' humanoid condition we've got going on. I'm imagining you've got some measure of empathy in there, right? I mean, you can probably understand. I mean, you can understand why she did what she did, right?
Yeah, she just looks down at the glass or whatever he brought it in, just looking down on it, and then he looked up. Yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah. So
still doesn't justify it.
Well, no, I didn't say that she was entirely right. I'm just saying that it's, a little understandable. And my only point is, and I'm just stressing this a little bit over here, my only point is that there is a possibility that things can and will get better. She can grow, you can grow, I can grow, everyone can grow around here, right? And and all I'm saying is that I'd like to see about bringing her back over, because I think that she needs us, and I think that we need her. And I just wanted to ask that if this does happen, please just try and keep an open mind, okay? I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what to think and what to feel. I'm just, asking for a chance.
Yasuo just stays silent for a moment, just stroking his chin and looking down at the glass. Like I said, I'm not going to apologize, but I will tolerate her.
Okay. He just kind of stands up. That's all I can ask, man. I'll get you like a root beer or something.
Also, take this. He gives him the glass of whatever it was.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll go get you like a sarsaparilla or whatever it is that we have on the ship.
That's great.
Oh, fuck.
Let's just take back the loot and just can continue to tune it.
All right, now I got to go talk to Ebony.
And then Tarnok walks in with Ebony.
Fuck it, yes. Just for sheer convenience and thematic spin. Thematical gremlins, really.
Ah, the themed gremlins.
Yes, they're hiding all about the ship and you will never find them.
Unless I hope.
There's still that imp, isn't there?
Yes, it's still there. Watching.
Wait.
So...
Well, I mean, it's literally no other choice but to wait inside of there. It occasionally turns invisible to spook you, but it, eventually uninvisible is like, fuck, they didn't open up the cage to check.
Jacob just kind of goes over to the door. He's like, "Oh, Ebony, I was just about to go see you. Oh, wait a second, you're here. Okay."
Thanks to Tarnok.
He just kind of leans over to Tarnok a little bit and is like, "So, do you prefer? Just a question. Do you prefer prime rib or T-bone?"
All of it.
I'll see what I can do. Anyway, yeah, it's nice to see you back here, Ebony. It's nice, yeah.
And then Tarnok gives a really nice smack to Jacob's back as a pat on the back, but
Clunk.
Not knowing his own strength.
Armor dense.
And just goes sits down by Yasuo.
That guy does not know his own strength. Ow.
Hey, Tarnok, what's up? Not looking up from his loot.
Nothing. Brought Ebony back.
Oh, cool. Did you talk to her?
Sort of.
Well, you do have certain ways with work, Tarnok. I'm sure you made an effect on her.
I do.
He just gives him a pat on the bicep. You did good, Tarnok.
You did good, Tarnok. You did good.
Jack, it's not Jack. You can't just go Yasuo. You can't just go handling those without the proper safety precautions. Don't play with guns, Yasuo.
Trust me, I've been handling these guns since I was a child.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
what did we lose?
Oh,
we lost Han.
Okay. All right. So
there you are.
Yep. I replugged in my headset, hoping it's working.
Yep. Worst case, like I said, I'll have to do some repairs on it. Anyway, let's go.
Before we move on, Ebony kind of steps over a little bit. Hey, Yasuo.
He wibbles around his little stool. What's up?
I didn't get to say this before, but just so you know, when that shadow guy was here and sitting where Jacob's brother was, I was the one who spoke up and told Jacob not to attack. I told him to put his sword away. Remember that.
I remember.
And then she walks back up towards Jacob.
I stepped into something quite serious, didn't I?
It's fine now, I think.
Well, good. So, do we all have our climbing equipment all set and scheduled, or should we have to go into town and pick stuff up?
Right. We should probably go into town. Hey, speaking of which, if we do go into town, we're gonna need to go ahead and leave the majority of our magic items here. Anything that you're concerned about losing, you should probably leave here.
I should be fine.
If we need to hold them someplace, we can keep it in the stronghold. That's where I put all my stuff. The stronghold is nearby, so we can trade there as well.
I see.
Stronghold
So where exactly are
Lords,
you guys thinking we are heading to?
Mountain.
Well,
yes, we're
mountain and
preparing to head to the mountain to get some climbing equipment.
pretty sure there's a pretty large town nearby there. Should have what we need.
Yes, if
I climb myself.
That's all well and good, Tarnak, but everyone else will need some level of protection from falling.
Yeah, I should get rope. I'm a Tarnak.
I wonder if I can get... Jacob kind of pauses and is like, I wonder if I can get Percy to do something.
Well, if my coordinations are correct, we should be near the town of the city of Seabreeze.
Yeah, hence the magic item thing.
Okay.
Yes.
There they are, little... okay, so, Gate, was it Seabreeze itself that had an issue with the magic items, or was it just a monk guard force?
Okay, so yeah, there's inside of Town A there is a sort of sect of the band who are called Silent Knights, and generally they go around doing making their objective is to deal with unregulated spellcasters, collect and clubs that other people have. This is generally throughout the entire region of Tehone. With the ashlands, which no one really wants to go to.
Okay, so those guards are a special kind of guards that aren't like standard walking around people.
Yeah, guards may try to do the same, but the Silent Knights are the more specialized to be dealing with spellcasting.
You're kind of glitching pretty hard for me, Gate.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. Oh, there we go. Whoops.
Yeah. Okay, so in the town, the guards will still try to confiscate magical weapons. It's not just that special sect.
Right. It just that special sect is more equipped to dealing with spellcasters. So if a regular guard can't take you down, the Silent Knights will be there shortly.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, let me double check my sheet real quick. Because I have been living in Seabreeze for a while. So, what would people in Seabreeze be able to buy magical items from shops?
No.
No.
Like,
okay. So one.
Like selling magical items would probably be a worse thing if you have enough to do so. Like, for instance, if they ever, say, found out about Mint and Jack's shop, they would attempt to get inside and arrest them.
Keyword attempt.
Well, considering Mint and Jack's shop is primarily stationed not on their continent, that'd be asking for war.
Oh, man.
It's like the town of Set being all like, none of that, no.
Seabreeze isn't exactly outside declaring war. They're currently at war with the other continent of Horjo over specifically its like flagrant use of magic.
Right. No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if they actively manage to get into Met and Jack's shop, which is in the town of Set, on another continent altogether, that's essentially declaring war because you have no jurisdiction there.
Yep. But they would be willing to do it, apparently, because, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, since...
But that's going to be spreading their stuff thin, because that's two wars at the same time.
Yeah.
Look,
and I'm sure they're more than happy to try and fight the orcs, too, with the stronghold. So
we've seen in history what happens when Britain gets a little bit happy. So
So
this is medieval fantasy Britain.
What I wanted to double check was how many magic items Rick actually has, and the answer is 2. One of them's integrated into his systems, which is the gloves of swimming and climbing, so it gives him bonuses to climb and swim. The other is the Lantern of Revealing.
Jacob suddenly makes a realization. Wait, would the rest of the party realize what Rick is now, by the way? That he is a Warforged and whatnot, or?
No.
No.
I don't think he's ever said.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He has never said, and no one has really had the time to really try and examine, because even with the time skip where you guys went over to Ebony's house, Rick stayed underwater with Aaron.
With Aaron, yeah.
Hey, Naze, does Yasio know?
Yasio most likely would know.
Yeah.
Because Yasio was his Watson for a while.
Yeah, he has a suspicion that he isn't entirely human, but he doesn't know what he is, so.
But yeah. Jacob just kind of turns to the rest of the group. He's like, okay, we'll try and leave we'll leave most of our magic items here. And he takes off his cloak and puts his, his shield, and his sword. Yep.
I just realized why they would leave Rick alone with his Lantern of Revealing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because he's a Warforged, if they are detecting any form of magical artifacts, he's essentially a living magical artifact. So it's giving false positives in their mind.
Oh, shit. Like, this particular fucker, whenever we try to cast Detect Magic on him, he just flares up immediately. We're just going to assume he's cursed?
A cursed detective. Oh, God.
Come to the cursed detective.
Well, hello there, John Constantine. How are you doing?
Oh, shit.
Marie called the character Do Not Steal.
And I've been doing so much damage just with a regular rapier. I haven't had a magical one.
Well, that assassinate, not the assassinate, sneak attack really fucking helps.
Oh yeah, it does. It
does. Jacob just kind of looks over at everyone. He's like, "All right, so I'm gonna head into town," and he, leaves his cloak, his sunblade, and his shield here.
I will accompany you. I've lived in the town for quite a many years and established my own shop. I really should make sure that my office is doing okay. But otherwise, getting some climbing gear shouldn't be that difficult.
I don't take off pelts. I stay.
All right, so Tarnok's staying. You, Yasio?
Well, I would accompany Rick to the office.
Okay.
Quite.
Ebony, you want to come with?
I don't like Seastone, mostly because every time I go there, I get spat on.
Sea breeze.
I'm good.
I mean,
Sea
fair
breeze.
enough.
Sorry.
Quite
I
all
totally
right.
just pulled a book of Unwritten Tales. Wrong thing. That's a video game.
Totally
Yasio
pulled
turns
on
to
piece.
Yasio turns to Tarnok. Hey, Tarnok, can you hold on to these? He gives him his magic rapier, the +1 rapier, and the cloak of Manta Ray.
You do realize you could leave these in your room, right?
Yeah, but Tarnok is much safer. I mean, who's gonna fuck with him?
You're not wrong.
Tarnok takes the items and puts them on his lap, waiting for Guy Fairy to bring him a special bacon.
The specialist bacon.
The specialist bacon.
Bacon fries.
Oh my bacon fries.
Oh,
Yeah.
some kind of bacon potato.
I was just thinking that it was bacons in the shape of French fries.
You know, fucking probably. That'd be nice. Or like a French fry wrapped in a bacon.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Jacob's just gonna head out.
Yep. We're all heading out now.
All right. So who's heading out?
Yasio, Rick, and Jacob. We're just gonna pretty much check on the detective shop. Basically, make sure that his office is still doing okay. You know, regular check-ins and all that.
Right. Make sure nobody's pooped in it.
Make sure it's not being repossessed or anything.
Yep.
Because
And Jacob's
you
gonna
know
follow
those
them along just to
tax
make sure.
collectors.
I'm also gonna get some climbing gear.
Right, and that's gonna be our second stop is to get the climbing gear.
All right. What time are we at?
31 or 37? 37.
Okay, good. Just making sure. All right. So you take an amount of time to head over to Seabreeze, which, how are you guys getting over there? Are you like horse or flying? Are you flying the CAD boat to like the outskirts, or
No, not. I wasn't thinking of flying the ship.
I'm thinking Jacob's just gonna go ahead and ride. I don't know about the other two.
Considering only one other person can ride with Jacob, more than likely,
Well, actually, don't we have a cart? I thought we had a cart.
it's called a ship.
Well,
Oh, Tiptoe! Tiptoe has
Tiptoe!
appeared.
a wild tiptoe.
okay? So two of you can ride Jacob's spooky steed he can summon, and one of you riding Tiptoe, the mule.
I forgot about
Oh.
Tiptoe almost.
How dare you?
guys
He's
can
been in-
borrow Cricket too if need be.
True. Though
I'll ride
Tiptoe, Tiptoe has a saddle of the Cavalier, which means the person mounted cannot be dismounted against their will if they
But
are
isn't that
conscious.
a magic item?
Yes, it is a magic item.
Oh shit.
So let's have Rick ride Tiptoe.
But what's
Okay.
gonna happen once you guys get off Tiptoe?
Why would we get off Tiptoe?
Once you get to the town, you have to get off the horses to go buy things.
Yeah, I'm not getting
Yeah.
off to Tiptoe.
No, it's like just
gonna
riding
ride
tiptoe
inside with
everywhere.
Tiptoe.
Going
Jacob-
inside the shop with Tiptoe.
I mean, I could always just unbuckle the saddle. I mean, that's what most
Out of
people
spite.
tend to do.
Yeah.
Out of spite. summons Percy as a giant badger. No. I could do that too. I could do that.
I mean, granted, we could always take Donkey.
Who?
Shuttleless's mule.
Yeah, just bring Donkey. It's fine.
Let's bring Donkey.
Besides,
so Jacob,
Featherman would probably be upset for having Tiptoe be taken.
So Jacob just kind of looks back over, kind of like lets Yasuo up onto his horse. He's like, "All right, here we go."
Okay, so who's riding Tiptoe?
We're taking Donkey.
Oh,
Donkey.
okay. All right, so after an amount of time, and which I would imagine is pretty lengthy, you do make it into Seabreeze, relatively uneventfully.
Awesome.
Rick, you do get like some occasional, it's Detective Rick.
Yes, hello, Jerry. You're doing, is your parlor shop doing great?
Yes, I am parloring real well.
Awesome. Very good. Quite nice. Sue, your tailoring is quite exquisite. I hope everything's going well.
I made pants.
I made pants.
Very good.
Jacob's like, this is like without that one bit and all the, this is like that one bit in that one stage play I saw, where it's like the guy is just riding through town and like they're singing about how weird he is, but like that they love him. I don't know.
It sounds like Beauty and the Beast when they're singing about Belle.
Yeah, that's that's exactly what I had in my head too.
All right, so you're like traveling through town looking for like a general shop in order to find climbing gear, and first one you see is this fucking one.
Oh, okay.
Oh my lord! What is this guy?
What is that guy?
Well,
we won't find out.
I don't know what that guy is, so let's.
I can't see through walls.
Exactly.
I just assumed the door's on the side, I guess.
I was about to say, where's the door?
Where is the door?
The door's over here.
It's here because the door looks exactly like the rest of the wall, but like if you squint, there's like a doorknob.
I'm tying up the donkey to the side of the lamppost.
Jacob just kind of goes like, "Percy, stay." Percy sits, which is a very.
I've never seen a horse sit down on foot.
Can a horse
Nay.
sit?
Yes, horses can sit.
Oh, okay. I knew they could lay, and I didn't know if they slept standing up, because I think cows do that by locking their legs.
No, cows can sleep sitting down. I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Depends on the horse/cow.
I'm just imagining the horse sitting like a dog.
Like
Feels
he's
like
just
the
sitting
legs
there.
would be too long for the butt to be touching the ground.
They just can't lay down for too long because it's bad on their insides, from what I remember.
Percy doesn't have insides. He's weird. Yeah, no.
He's a magic horse.
Percy doesn't entirely understand how to horse.
He's got magical insides. It's magical and shit.
Yep.
Also,
Okay. All right. So you enter into the general shop. It looks pretty much packed with various objects and boxes filled with objects, and an anvil, and a shopkeeper even who owns the whole shop and keeps it, and two other individuals who also seem to be looking around. They look like this and this.
That guy looks very trustworthy.
He looks like the biggest soft.
Wait, go back to the green one. I didn't see correctly.
See who?
The green one.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, hi, Oxhorn. How are you doing?
This is like medieval Zero. So, how are you today?
Great. I just came in here to get some climbing gear.
Ah, what a coincidence. Are there any in stock still?
Yes. Thinking about buying all of the rope and seeing if I could tie it to each individual tree all the way up the mountain.
That sounds like a little bit of a waste of rope.
Not really.
Especially...
Think of all the people who could go up.
Well, it is quite ambitious. I mean, I bid you luck to try and find all the trees on top of the mountain climb.
Well, I'll find some rocks, too. There is options.
Yes, and that's what the pittons are for.
Oh, I'll buy those, too. Good call.
I mean, that's what came with the climbing gear, but good. I'm glad you're finding what you need.
Okay.
Jacob goes and tries to find some climbing gear and whatnot there. Yep.
So he's gonna apparently take the rope and the pittons.
Like,
boy.
All right, so yeah, you notice these two are basically grabbing most, if not all, of the climbing gear.
Okay, so are you two getting ready for a big excursion then?
The biggest.
Ah, I see. What is your goal?
One of my party members is going to visit their dad.
That is...
It lives all the way up there.
All the way up there, up the mountains.
Up the mountain, apparently.
Peculiar.
Insight check.
I know. I'd call that quite a weirdo. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same.
You know what? Sure.
Actually, I'm gonna give advantage to
Give it to Yasio. I don't need it.
I'm giving it
10.
I'm gonna give it to Yasio. Yeah, I'm gonna give advantage advantage to Yasio. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I just got
I'll
to.
roll with advantage.
It's the see through your bullshit squad.
Man,
Let's see here.
see through your ball poopy. While that's happening, the colorfully dressed man with a big sword is like, the mountains of top are cold and hard, just like life.
Quite.
Whatever you say, big guy.
Yeah, that's okay. Great. Jacob just kind of like, it's like,
What did I roll there? I rolled a 2. Okay, so that's actually a 10. So
You're unsure if they'd have
23.
any reason to lie about this.
Okay.
So I got a total of a 23.
Yes.
Okay,
You're not-
sure.
You're pretty sure they're being truthful. But they're being a little bit excessive with the fucking climbing gear.
Jacob just kind of looks around.
Well,
Yep.
if you're going to go see your friend's father, what direction do you suppose that which mountain range do you suppose that you'll be climbing? Maybe we could do the excursion together.
Perhaps. How many people in your is it just you three or is there more?
Well, we have a few more individuals on our team. We have about at a minimum of 6 that would be climbing.
Oof, that's quite a crowd. We already have 6 ourselves.
Oh,
I just can't have that. It attracts so much attention. It's like, hey, look at me. Come raid all of my underwear out of my sack drawer.
attract attention to whom? The pigeons that would be up on the mountainscape?
There's a nasty bit of goblins there, and not to mention the wyverns, and occasional dragon, but I don't think they bother anyone.
I see. Well, there's always
Dragon.
strength in numbers as well. The more party members you end up having to climb the mountain, the less risk those creatures tend to be.
No, there's no sport in that, is there? Just fill it with arrows.
Interesting that Jacob's just kind of like Jacob's kind of noting that this guy is very like, you know, not wanting to do this with the group.
Well, okay then.
Oh, wait a minute. You wanted to go up too?
Yes.
Huh? Yep, that's what we're doing.
Sure.
And since you're purchasing all of the climbing gear, I figured we could end up teaming up.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay, I'll give you one of the climbing gears. Would that be all right?
Just one?
Yeah, one is good.
We're 6.
How about 4?
Roll persuasion.
All right. Persuasion. Oh.
And
This is gonna be
oh boy.
fun. Let me just double check my class because I doubt it, but persuasion is non-existent in my class stuff because he's all investigative-y.
Can you give him that advantage? Actually, I can give him a bardic inspiration.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do? I mean, well, it's spur of the moment. I'm gonna say it's a little late for that. I'm just gonna roll.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Oh,
No bonuses.
3.
Oh, my lord.
You do drive a hard bargain.
Yes. That does leave me with 9, so I think that's pretty fair.
Yasio leans over to Jacob and just whisper, I want to point at this guy.
Jacob's like, well, hang on a moment. By my math, though, that means that you have over half of it. And if we split it right down the middle, that is the most equitable solution for everyone. I'm going to try a bit of persuasion myself.
Sure.
And fuck you, Tarnok.
Jesus. What? Why fuck you, Tarnok?
Because last game he was beating me in my social check.
Well, we wanted spares in case any of these broke, but I guess I'll give you some.
Sure.
Who knows?
We're
Maybe
willing
we'll
to pay you
meet
for
up
it.
during. Huh?
I'm willing to pay you for it. Sure.
Well, I've not even bought it myself. What are you talking about?
Oh, good.
Silly.
Oh, good.
All right,
so all right.
He just lumps all 6 in your one of your guys' arms and then pays for his 6.
All right.
I'm holding it.
Jacob goes and pays for the climbing gear on that in there.
Perhaps we'll meet again later. I'm Foxhorn.
God fucking damn it!
I
Stands
didn't know
alone.
what to expect. Rick will shake his hand. Oh, good to meet you.
Foxhorn Gilmore. Yes.
My name is Rick, and this is my associates, Yasio
Morty.
and Marty.
God fucking damn it! Why am I Morty?
Because you're the one that chimed up.
Sorry.
What a
Wow, your name is Morty?
That wasn't even in character, but god damn it.
Well, that's about the first Morty I've ever met.
It's that. Oh, there's lots of us, don't worry.
Such a unique name. I've never heard it.
Yes, it is quite unique, isn't it? Caught me off guard when I first heard it myself.
Yeah, yeah. That wasn't even in character, but I guess we're going with it. Okay.
I'm simply must be off. I've a mountain to climb.
Indeed. Good luck in your endeavors.
You too. Oh, goodness, there's a mule here.
What? He just goes like, mule goes like,
Okay,
I don't know what mule noise is.
You have to just turn to them like, okay, so I'm not just the only one who thought that was really strange.
Indeed, it was quite peculiar. But there's not much we can really do about anything with whatever they're up to.
You know, just for the sake of it, just as they're leaving, I saw the Black Knight dude there, right?
Yes, you saw the Black Knight dude.
Divine sense.
Go ahead.
So,
you are sensing dank meme on him. Just a thick coat. You're not sensing anything of those on him.
Jacob's like, well, I mean, he's not anything like. Well, I mean, they seem human-ish. I think
they are vaguely humanoid shaped.
I mean, they seem humanoid-ish.
Really, the Black Knight guy could have been something else.
I mean, they're not obviously evil anyway. There.
Well, I figured they were of good intent to go see their father on the mountaintop. A bit extravagant on the climbing gear purchases, but in the meantime, we should purchase our own gear.
Man, that guy must get around. Goes and gets climbing gear. How much do I owe the shopkeep?
Oh, I was gonna have Rick do it at this point because he's at the cashier.
All right.
You blind 6 pairs of climbing gear as well. Goodness, if I'd known it'd be so popular nowadays, I would have ordered more.
Well, we do need a couple of spares for our journey, considering, we got 2 people that don't exactly need it, which is Rick and Tarnak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, a climber's kit is 25 gold.
25 gold a piece.
25 times 6, so that's...
This climber's kit includes special...
150, yep.
It includes special pittons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness. You can use the climber's kit as an action to anchor yourself. When you do, you can't fall more than 25 feet from the point where you anchored yourself, and you can't climb more than 25 feet away from the point without undoing the anchor. It's really good at climb stuff.
And I get a bonus +5 because of my my gloves of swimming and climbing. Anytime I roll a climbing check. It's
okay, so the initial price is in total 150 gold.
Okay. I can chip in 75 of that if you want.
I can do 75, yeah.
Sure.
Well, that would mean that you're not paying anything, Jack, but I mean...
Oh, sorry, I was...
If we're going to split it 3 ways, well, let's see here.
Oh,
it'd be just 50 each.
It'd be 50 each.
It'd be 50 each.
Yeah. I said yeah absentmindedly because I was looking at something.
All right, yeah, I'm good.
So we're doing 50 each or 75 each?
I'm down for 50 each. You up to for 50 each, Jack?
Yeah, 50 each.
All right, 50 each. And then we should probably get some rations.
I already have rations.
So 490.
Okay. Well, rations, 5 silver each for a day worth of.
Yeah. I mean, my character does not need rations, so get 5 people's worth of rations.
Okay, so that's for like a day or
whatever. I mean, how long do we plan to go up the mountain? Could probably be a week's worth of travel. I mean, we could always just stock up the balloon, the airship.
Yep.
Personally, I already have 5 days of rations from my entertainer's pack.
Sure.
Okay.
So I don't need any.
All right.
Okay.
Well, like I said, it's also to restock the ship at the very least. I mean, it might not be rations that we're buying, but just standard food. But, you know.
Standard food. All right.
Regular food.
Whatever regular food to stock the ship would be for. So that we can feed animals, the monsters, the kobolds, you know. We got a lot of mouths to feed.
The usual.
Okay. So you probably fully stock the ship with 5 gold, and you'll be able to feed everyone for at least a week.
Okay, 5 gold. That's perfect. And how much for carrying sacks for the horse and mule?
Carrying sacks?
You know, so that we can actually carry that amount of food.
Never. You'll never have it. Let me check. Saddlebags. Those are 4 gold points each.
Okay, so if we get 4, 8, 8 and 8 is 16. 16 and 5 is 21 gold.
Okay.
And yeah, that's not trying to get a cart to bring the food. Because the cart would just get left behind at that point.
Yep, so lots of jerky, lots of
So some fresh fruits and vegetables for Fier to make some of his more delicious stuff.
Yes. Make some fruit salad and some lasagna and all that crazy stuff.
Yep. Jerky lasagna. Anyway. But yeah,
All
Jacob
right,
just
so-
kinda goes back out, mounts back up on Percy. It's like, yep.
Yep.
Then you travel on back.
Okay, so
So I'm going to say that the whole trip took about a day.
all right, and I'm just gonna mark down 21 gold for my sheet here.
Okay.
I'm being a little more frivolous with my gold expenditure for Rick because I don't plan on using him forever.
I know.
Hello, we're back. We've got some fresh food and everything.
Yeah.
Where would you like your cargo placed, Mr. Fier?
Put place it next to the gargoyle. Don't put it too close to the imp. He eats too much, it's going to be a fat imp. Not be able to fit him in this cage like he's planning.
Yeah, I see. Well, wouldn't that just make the imp harder to get out of the cage?
Potentially, but I know what he's planning. He just does that weird eye, point 2 fingers pointing at his eyes and then pointing at the imp.
What, this imp?
The imp's
That
just-
thing.
yeah, the
Yeah,
captain.
it's an imp in a cage.
Oh yeah.
You forgot about that one when we got swarmed by imps, right?
Yeah, we captured him and killed the rest of his friends. Yep.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Why?
lovely.
Well,
You know, when I put it that way, that sounds way worse than it actually was. Yeah.
well, did they die or did they go in a puff of smoke?
puff of smoke and ash.
Okay, they were summoned creatures.
Well, yeah. The most creatures like that don't actually die when you kill them. They just go back to their native plane.
Yeah.
So, something to keep in mind.
You go to jail now.
You go to Dimension Jail now.
Well, we are quite ready to go. We have our climbing gear. Just let me know when we're ready to head off to the adventure. And I'm gonna just kind of assume here that Arn's gonna be like NPC coming with us.
I'm gonna put on my other shoulder as I'm carrying Yasuo.
We have climbing here for a reason.
I'm gonna say like she's like doing so she has something she has to do, but she'll catch up to you guys in a bit, so that at any point she can just pop in when she's available.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure for the whole climbing segment.
So what time are we?
Hour 5.
Okay. Well, let's see how the climbing turns out in the next part of Dragon Ball Wreckage.
Bye.